get to the super fun, exciting, the quest for spiritual Om, part of the quest for spiritual Om, or spiritual questing stream that you're part of right now. Right now. Virtually. You can get an audio, it's in the description. Now, I think we'll start this portion out with you remember that we have a meditation. I don't know if we're calling it the official Virtually Not Alone Network meditation, but it goes, Om, where my thoughts escaping. Oh, where the music, that whole thing. All right, let's grok out some spirit for a little bit to see if it helps anybody, because apparently people need help with that. From the Abrahamic and/or Christian faith perspective, like, we are clay with the breath of God. Like, have you ever been inspired? Have you ever conspired with people? Did they ever put masks on you so you couldn't spire? No, but it is the breath it's the breath of life is spirit, and there's a holy one that goes around. It's part of the Trinity, they say. But the phrase the idiom, is it an idiom when you say the spirit is willing but the flesh is weak? It's like when you want to do something but you know you just can't. Does any of this is helping anyone? Is helping anyone? Oh. Here's an iguana. Okay, so now the Holy Spirit, for example, is the one that goes around and tickles your will and whispers to your salience landscaper. It's part of the frustration I have with what happened this morning, or what I saw this morning, is in the first 30 seconds right here of this.
An online conversation in order to sort of continue the conversation that we began in Thunder Bay on consciousness and conscience, and also to begin to lay some groundwork, hopefully, so we can sort of find each other and figure out what we're going to talk about and how we're going to lead the conversation that develops in Chino. So I thought I would get it.
All right, let's talk about it then. Let's talk about it, Pastor Paul. The thing, this whole questing for a spiritual home. Okay. If you have any problems really understanding what we mean by spirit, I think one of the best ways is that, as far as it relates to you, it's the part of you that knows what home feels like. And I happened to watch this yesterday, and maybe it'll lay that out.
Sleep. And it's like I was aware that I was in a deep, peaceful sleep. I was sleeping and thinking, wow, I haven't slept peacefully for months. It's been so traumatic, and the grief was so heavy. But on this particular night, as I slept, I felt that light come again. But this time, the light dispensed, and I was in the most beautiful place. People can say heaven or the spirit world or the other side. The only word that comes close to what I was experiencing is I was home. I was home. It was so familiar. It was so welcoming. I was home and I began to run. Now, I don't run in this realm, but
That was from the near-death experience of some guy who fell asleep at the wheel and killed his wife and infant. It's touching and fascinating. But, okay, so there we are on spirit and this questing for a home bit. It's, first, this part.
A few days ago, we began in Thunder Bay in order to sort of continue the conversation.
Show feet.
Conversation itself in April, the five of us are going to have an online conversation in order to sort of continue the conversation that we began in Thunder Bay on consciousness and conscience. And
okay. So the reason there needs to be a quest for a spiritual home conference is because you guys didn't really pay much attention to the conscience in the consciousness and consciousness conference. And had you, then you would have focused on the voice that can lead you home. The notion that you need to quest for a spiritual home is as backwards as the atheist looking for evidence of God outside of their heart. Because Jesus is knocking on the door to your heart from the inside. And so okay, so if you look at this here, if you type the word Om into the box, the words that come out say that an Om, the symbol with the omega symbol, is the unit of electrical resistance in the International System of Units. Electrical resistance. It is named after the German George Simon Ohm. What a coincidence. Various empirically derived standards about it's electrical resistance, a measure of electrical resistance. And so the thing about searching for a spiritual Om is that you're searching for the amount of resistance that lets God come through, because you've muddled up your antenna with the filth of the profane. And but we know that, like, way deep inside of us is the spiritual light. So when we're coming together in Chino, it's not on a quest for a spiritual home. It's to make home with each other.